everybody, it's Bryan, and you are listening to the Course Building Secrets podcast. Whether you're a coach or a CEO, the success of your team and clients is based on your ability to deliver a consistent experience and guide them on the fastest path to results. This podcast will give you practical, real-life tips that you can use today to build your online experiences that get results and create raving fans. Why? So you can monetize your expertise and serve more people without adding more time or team to your business. If you're looking to uncover your $1 million framework, package it, and use it to scale, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hey everybody, in today's episode of the Course Building Secrets podcast, I want to talk about what happens after the sale. All right, so let me tee this up for you. So often we spend a lot of time and energy and money on acquiring a new customer, right? We're out doing social media. We're out, having lots of, challenges or free offers that we're putting out there to help get our people in our world, which is awesome. We need to do that, right? We need to become visible. We need people to know that we have something that will help them and solve their problem. And that's amazing, and that's what we need to be doing. However, one of the biggest traps that I see people fall in is that they actually get the sale, and then it's like, oh no, now what am I supposed to do? And so I want to talk about that in today's episode, because so often all of the gurus out there, all of the big marketing and salespeople are just like, they just get you to the sale. And then you go, yay, I have a sale. Oh crap, I have a sale, right? What am I going to do now? And so I want to give you some tips and some kind of big things that you can think about to help turn your buyers, right? So that first time sale into reoccurring customers who come, they show up, and they want to be there. Because here's the biggest travesty of them all, of all of this, is you spend all that time, all that energy, doing all the things to acquire a customer. And so often they don't stay. Because here's the thing is that you've promised to solve their problem, which is great. So the next thing that happens is you may solve their problem. And if you solve their problem, they're not going to stay. If you don't solve their problem, they're not going to stay. So the question becomes, how do you keep the customers that you have and that you've brought in from the moment of sale? One of the most difficult times in the relationship that you have with your customer is actually in that moment. It's between that initial sale and when your course, your program, or whatever it is you're offering starts to become sticky for them, right? Starts to solve their problem. Because there's this gap of, I purchased, did I do the right thing? Is this right? Is this really going to help me? Is this the person who I want to be working with? All of those doubts start to crop up once somebody puts out their credit card and makes the initial sale. So there's this risk at the beginning of, how do you bring them in, make them feel comfortable, make them feel like they have made the right choice, like reassure them that they've made the right choice and that you are indeed the best person to help them solve that problem. And you know that, right? Because otherwise you wouldn't be doing what you're doing. And so you just have to be really intentional about that space that happens. And most of the time we call that the onboarding, because what you're doing is you're taking somebody from that initial purchase and saying, yep, I'm in, and then taking them on a little bit of a journey to welcome them in, give them the confidence that they're in the right place, make them feel that they matter and that it's important that they're here, and give them the lay of the land. How is this going to work? What are the expectations? What's the process that you go through? What can they expect? One of the things early in my career of doing this the trap that I fell into is that, on the back end of the sale, I'm scrambling to get everything ready and I want to get them, in and organized, but there's a lot of things that need to happen. You have to set up the meeting schedule. You have to, maybe ask them some questions. You have to kind of figure out where all their things are if you're doing done for you services, right? So there's all these things that sort of have to happen behind the scenes. The problem is, and intuitively we all know this, but the problem is that they don't see all the work that we're doing behind the scenes to get ready for them to come on. And so the question becomes like, well, how do we either make that more visible or put them in action right away through automation, through various, communications that we can give them that put them in a space of feeling welcome and feeling like they're taking action immediately, because it's about them jumping in, and understanding what it is that they're going to get and the experience that they're going to have. So the very first thing after the sale I recommend is to really consider what are those first couple of things that you want them to do, or the first couple of things you want to give them to enhance the experience and set the stage for the relationship. The worst thing is when somebody comes in and they don't feel like they matter. They don't feel like they're coming into something that's organized and well put together, and that they are thought of, not as a number, not as a sale, but as somebody who is important into their world. So the easiest thing that you can do is just really think through what that looks like for your people. Typically, what we do is immediately after the sale, we send an email with next steps. Here are the things that you can do as next steps, and make sure that you've outlined those things. Where can they go to join a community, or, kind of come into your world? How do you set up reoccurring meetings if you're doing reoccurring meetings? Do you have an intake form? Do you have something that's asking them for their own personal information and commitment to doing the program, or whatever it is that you have sold them? How do you give them sort of the baseline of what they need to be able to do or get ready or know or whatever in order for them to be successful? And what that's going to do is set the stage for what they can expect as they go. Then the next part after that, I'm going to talk about more in another episode, but the next part after that is really like, you've done the work to get them in. If you do an onboarding, if you bring them in and make them feel like it's important that they're there and that they're having a personalized experience, then the next thing is they're going to start moving towards that transformation, moving towards solving that problem. And then that's your next opportunity to think about, okay, so what happens when they're feeling confident and their problem is starting to get solved? How do you keep them participating? How do you keep them active? How do you keep them there to say, yes, that's amazing. We're doing great. You're getting your problem solved. Keep going, right? Like there's another step behind it that you can help them with. So you're really able to look at the full life cycle of your customer as they come in. And so it starts with that sale. It starts with acquiring the customer, but that is just the beginning. So that's the one thing that I wish that more of these marketing and sales gurus would talk about, is the sale is the beginning of the relationship. The sale is the beginning of the opportunity that you have to help your customers. It's not the end. You don't just like grab the customer, get a sale, and then go back to, doing the dog and pony show out on Facebook. So yes, you have to do both. It's really important to do both, but both ends of the spectrum are important, because you don't want to spend all that time, effort, and money to acquire a customer only to have them leave right away, because that's super costly. And it's easy to create a relationship if you just think through what the relationship is that you want to create with that customer that's come in. Because in most cases, you have a method, you have a process, you have a way that you help people. And sometimes it's just a matter of them seeing that big picture and knowing that you've got their back, you have got a plan, and there's a way that you're going to take them on that journey. All right, there you go. That is my course building tip for today.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. The best thing you can do is to take action on an idea or tip that resonated with you. To help you take action, I have a free gift for you that you can download in the show notes. During each episode, we publish an action plan worksheet and other helpful takeaways from our speakers in the Course Building Secrets Creators Lab. To register for free, click on the link in the show notes. Enjoy!
Hey everybody, are you a business owner ready to streamline and scale your business? Imagine solving the biggest business challenges with clarity, a strategy, and a clear plan. Hey, I'm Bryan, and I want to invite you to take the first step towards transforming your business with a free 30-minute discovery call. This call is an opportunity to discuss your goals, identify key challenges, and learn how my mentorship program can help you achieve the success you're aiming for. In just a half hour, we'll explore how you can scale your business by enhancing your authority strategy, engagement strategy, and retention strategy. You'll get personalized advice and a clear path forward. Ready to take the first step? Click on the link below that's in the show notes to book your free discovery call now. I hope to talk to you soon.